The key to going and recording these things is to be prepared. I realized 10 seconds before that I was not fully prepared and that my headphones were not in, which is important to go through your checklist first before you do
Do you have a
anything.
checklist?
For the show, like actually written down?
Yeah. Or
No,
is it more of a mental checklist?
mental thing.
Got it.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have a checklist?
Yeah, I'm in the process of transitioning everything over to Notion. We were talking about that a little bit over
Yes.
text, but yeah, that's become a nice detached brain for me so that I can reference back to everything. So I enjoy
I
it.
believe one of the most important things in anything is to document kind of what you're doing, especially the first time you do it. More so that when you are looking back and recalling what happened, you can see what happened,
Agree.
whether that be something in business, a relationship with how you trained your dog to go to the bathroom outside instead of in the house, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
There's a list of things. It's always good to go back to see where you can improve on that. And the notion that you showed me, that's pretty stupendous.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that's interesting, gosh, talk about not being prepared. I wasn't prepared to talk about this, but it's interesting as we talk about it in the sense of I sleep better at night documenting things because I found myself spending a lot of energy trying to keep everything up here and not forgetting things. And then like it was really tough for my brain to shut down. And so if I document everything, then I can kind of just let that stuff go, knowing that I can just refer back to it at any given time.
So you
So
don't have to do it. You don't actually have to fulfill the checking mark of the thing. You just need all that stuff to be
that I can
dumped
refer
into a
to it
place.
later. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But some people, yeah, my wife is she's the dopamine that she gets from checking something off of her list. I mean, she'll write something on the list that's already done so that she can check it
One of those
off of the
people.
list.
Mm.
Yeah. But
I
you
always
had a nice check mark on your list over the course of the weekend.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Zack Miller with the 4 minute personal best on the half marathon. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. It's so weird to be speechless in a situation. Yes, I trained very hard for a run. Uh, the conditions were a little wonky. I think very hot. I think it was a record
It
high
was
day. It
it
wasn't
was
the record high.
unseasonably warm. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not that during the run it was warm. It's just that when you haven't been training a lot in that weather, it can be very damaging, difficult.
Yeah.
62 degrees to run when the majority of the runs that we did were in the 30s, low 40s. That's a big difference. But yeah, I had you pacing me, which was wonderful. I told you this when we were walking back to the car. I just want everyone to know I looked at Tim with 9.5, 10 miles to go, and I said, "Don't let me slow down." At mile 11, Tim left me.
I didn't let you slow down though. I was the
I slowed down
I
a
was
little.
like, catch me if you can, bro. Let's
He said,
go.
"Yeah." I just see Forrest Gump just. It's crazy. I mean, documentation, like we were talking about before, is incredibly important, and I do that with runs, right? And I
Yeah,
do that with a lot of business things, and it's important to just look back and say, okay, like what did you do? How do you put on your shoes? What do you eat the day before? All of these little things, um, and we talk about the parallels between business and fitness. I mean, it's
right.
spot on.
And the thing is, so you and I use a platform called Strava,
Mm-hmm.
and we input and we're documenting our training every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing that's interesting is that I'm in training for my 10th marathon right now. So as I've gone through 10 different cycles of training, I can go into Strava and I can do a search for a particular workout, and I can look to see what I've done in the past and how that compares to where I am today. And it's really really valuable from that standpoint. And then when you translate that over to the business side, you know, documenting results and forecasting and then looking back, is also equally as important.
What is crazy about that is that, like, the couple of days leading up to it, I would look back at like certain runs, knowing like I know that this was a race where I did this, or this was a practice run where I did this, and to see like, okay, like you were here and now you're going to do this thing 45 to 75 seconds faster per mile. That's an interesting kind of seeing from an improvement standpoint. I think that's the key, right? Is improvement in there to understand where you need to start from. There's a I think it's Think and Grow Rich or something like that, where they say, why would you not jump ahead of stuff if you could? If you could do something in 10 steps instead of 15 because someone else has already done it, why wouldn't you take advantage of something like that? So real quick though, you're wearing Instant Teams. Eric McManus has been on the show twice. Big news out of them yesterday, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
What did they do, Tim?
Yeah, yesterday. So we're recording this on March 10th. Came out yesterday on March 9th that they announced the close of their Series A. So they raised $13 million, led by Tiger Global, which is awesome. I mean, that's two companies in the local area that closed Series A funding rounds, both of them led by Tiger Global. So the other being SVT Robotics, they closed 25 million, and now Instant Teams closing 13. So that's,
where are they based out of?
Tiger Global.
Yeah,
I think they're based out of New York, but I mean it's a $1 billion fund that they're just able to deploy.
Do you know what I liked about their press release, or what Erica did? She goes, press releases are great, but let me explain this to you as in layman terms. And they said, this is what we're going to do with this aspect. And I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, shout out to them. Congratulations. Without further ado, let's bring on today's guest. Are you stuck at your home office, socially distanced coffee shop, or your fancy all bricked out corner office, wondering why no one can see your business and sales are all over the place? Sounds like you need a pro. That's why I developed the Anomaly Academy. Insert clever copy here. Oh, I guess I was supposed to put something else there. Oops. You can grab access to the Anomaly Academy now at zackmillersays.com/Anomaly Academy.